I recently took some time to unwind by visiting Zuri's Parallel Worlds de-stressing yoga class held at Blue Oasis on Two Notch Road in Northeast Columbia. I had the opportunity to talk with the class instructor, Zuri Wilson, about the many ways yoga can benefit our mental and physical well-being, as well as some common misconceptions about yoga. Zuri, how are you doing this evening?
I'm feeling balanced.
Thank you for allowing us to join your class this evening. Learn some things that I didn't know. So, if you would, tell us a little bit about your distressing class. Tell us a little bit about that.
Zuri's Parallel Worlds de-stressing yoga class focuses on very minimal movements as we warm up the body, warm up the spine, to loosen our body, to learn to sit and be still in meditation through positive affirmations, a series of words to encourage positive thought and thinking, and chants of mantras, which are sounds, some with meaning, some absolutely no meaning at all, different types of like alpha, beta tones, and different series of combinations of words and numbers that aid in positive thinking, change within our mind, body, and soul, and that just simply help us to learn to be still.
Have you seen any noticeable or what noticeable changes or impact has yoga had on your life?
Wow, yoga has saved my life. Truthfully, I have to say it has honestly saved my life because I was preparing for yoga, the school, and my father passed away all so suddenly, completely unexpected, 9 months before my wedding, devastated me. Yoga is how I was able to accept the transition of my father's passing, knowing and understanding fully that my father always lives in my heart. Throughout that 9 month journey, there were so many emotional roller coasters. In fact, there were postures that aided in opening the heart. And I would just do some postures in class and break down because certain postures help to release pain. So it was very therapeutic for me. I was able to really release the pain that I felt of losing a part of my own soul because I mean, hey, we're all here because of our parents. That pain is indescribable. But yoga helped me to learn to define it in a positive way. It helped me to say, okay, my dad is right here with me through this 9 month journey. My dad is right here with me right now, you know? And so it's helped me with grad school, which is very intense. I pull out the yoga mat and I do certain postures that relax the mind, legs up the wall, which aids in just really getting the blood to circulate throughout the entire body for like 3 minutes. I must have done hundreds of legs up the wall throughout this 3 year program.
Okay. Now, now that you are teaching yoga to students, individuals who will, come after work, how does that? How can we use yoga in our daily lives to help us de-stress or wind down?
Oh, wow. We can practice yoga. You know, I would encourage anyone who's just beginning, you can start off with a basic class and work your way up to various classes to find out what is your niche, what style of yoga. There's so many various styles of yoga, from Kemetic ancient Egyptian styles to East Indian styles, vinyasa flows, yin classes. Currently with my teacher, I study vinyasa flow, which is a little bit more intense. I started studying that regularly, and it kind of conflict with school, so she highly recommended yin. And let me tell you, yin yoga is where it's at because yin yoga teaches us whom are always bouncing off the walls, just always moving, which is pretty much me. Yin yoga teaches us to be still. It actually helps with teaching the de-stressing yoga class that I teach because we'll stay in one posture for 3 to 5 minutes. Whereas a vinyasa yoga flow, there's a multitude of postures in the course of an hour and 15 minutes, and it's very fast paced. So I'm honoring what my teacher recommended when she looks at me and say, wow, you're so busy. Take a deep breath. You can always return to vinyasa and focus on yin, which is healthy. And she's right, it's healthy for me right now being in grad school. Teaches me to be at peace. So I say try out various classes and find out what class is for you.
That was one of the things that I saw during the class that I was expecting it to be a lot of movement because I know a lot of people like I can't do that, I can't do that.
Yes.
But a lot, like you said, a lot of the things were sitting, breathing, chanting. I think you call them affirmations.
Yes.
So, are there any other major misconceptions out there, yoga?
There are. There's so many misconceptions. Thank you for asking that question because the major misconception is the question, is yoga a religion? It's not. Yoga is a way of life. It's just like a martial artist, you know? It's a mentality, and similar to someone going to take a cardio class or a kickboxing class, it's just that the difference with yoga versus like a cardio class in very similar alignment to a martial arts class, it's very spiritually grounded because yoga, like martial arts, it teaches us to go within ourselves. And many times people shy away because of the misconceptions or they're uncomfortable because a lot of times, sometimes we just don't want to look at ourselves, which is why we celebrated tonight. The other person is you. The other person is ourselves. When we want change and we try to change someone else, we're wasting our time, we're wasting our energy. We have to change ourselves. So that's what I began to do through yoga. I began to change myself. I learned to slow down. I learned to be non-judgmental. I learned to relinquish the desire to defend myself. Yoga has really helped me to grow up. It's helped me in so many ways. I really choose to respond in silence in many difficult situations. So, yoga teaches to preserve one's energy by being the peace, and it's great for toning. It's great for so many things.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the classes that you offer. What days of the week, cost, a little bit about how somebody would come sign up for a class.
Absolutely. Currently, I offer a weekly de-stressing yoga class every Wednesday evening, 6:15 arrival and 6:30 to 7:30 session. We also build a poem at the end. Additionally, I do consider myself a floater. I have been invited to do workshops at women's retreats and to do things for the youth. So I'm also available for private sessions, which is uniquely priced based on the needs of the person and the time of the session. But as far as the weekly yoga class at Blue Oasis, 6729 Two Notch Road in Columbia, South Carolina, just a block away from Columbia Place Mall, It's typically a $12 class, but presently for the month of February of 2016, we're offering a wonderful discount to get the people to come and experience just $7 specifically for the class that I'm offering on Wednesdays and $25 for the month, whereas it's usually a $12 drop in.
Okay. If somebody wanted to get in contact with you to find out some more information, is there a phone number they can call or email?
Absolutely. The best way to contact me would be through email, Zuri Wilson07@gmail.com. That's ZuriWilson07@gmail.com. I am also available on Facebook, promoting the class weekly. Just look me up, Zuri Rashana Wilson, and I also have a fan page, Zuri's Parallel Worlds, where I post everything about anything affiliated with Zuri's Parallel Worlds.
Okay. Well, Zuri, thank you for hosting us this evening. We had a lovely time.
So did I. Namaste and Ashe. Thank you.